Hey, y'all. Um, yeah, I know it's difficult to tell, but yes, progress has been made. Uh, okay, so tonight, the question I'm dealing with is where are the grown-ups? So a story came out of Tennessee that my friend One Ring 42 turned me on to, and if you don't know their channel, they're amazing. And we play D&D there on Saturdays around 2:30 p.m. and they do media musings at 9 a.m. Central Time on Sundays. In fact, on the 26th, I'm going to be joining them to discuss Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court, which I'm very excited about because I'm a big fan of Mark Twain. Hey, Nevermore, good to see you. So, yeah, so here's the story I wanted to talk about tonight, and then I think next week I'm just gonna have to try desperately to find some happy news because I can't. I'm hitting a point where this isn't good for me. Like it was therapeutic in the beginning, and now I'm hitting this weird place where I'm like, this is also depressing. I can't handle it. So we'll see how it goes. Greetings, sentient being, to you, Purple Rhymes with Orange. It's always a pleasure to see you. All right, so let's take a look at this. FYI, this is about a transgender kid being bullied. So the link's in the description, but Jesus Christ. Transgender student bullied in bathroom may be punished before boys who harassed him, reads the headline. And that's because the law prevents trans students from sharing the fucking. I cannot believe we're still dealing with this. Okay, I was talking with Junk Shop about this earlier today, and I was saying that there is some, there's some weird comfort in, especially when you're an adolescent, in not having, unisex bathrooms. But forcing a student to use a bathroom that is the opposite of the gender with which they identify is just nuts. So I don't know why this is still a story, but it is. So this was written up by Hannah McDonald, and it posted on August 26th. So it's a little old. Apologies for that. But in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, yeah, and that's how we say it. It's Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but we say Murfreesboro. So a Murfreesboro mother is upset her transgender son could be punished after boys apparently harassed him in a school bathroom. Quote, I don't understand why my son would be punished when he's the victim of what to me is a hate crime, said Sherry Yandel. And she's not wrong. So Tennessee, thanks, Governor Lee. Tennessee's new bathroom law for public schools makes it punishable for transgender students to be in a bathroom when others are present. Now, really quickly, let me just go back to the chat here for a second. Hey, Harmonica Man. Did y'all ever use a bathroom in high school when other people weren't in there? Like, unless you happen to get the coveted bathroom pass, like in the middle of a class. Did that ever happen? We had the one bathroom at my high school that where you said it's cool when you walked in because that was the bathroom where underage people smoked. That was at least underage. That was the underage girls smokers bathroom. I didn't smoke at the time, but yeah. But you had to say that, and people would get really pissed off if you didn't because teachers could come in there at any point. So how the fuck is a transgender kid supposed to know when they open the bathroom door to go in if anyone's in there or not? And are they automatically in trouble if someone else is in there? Are they supposed to walk out and like just wait? Because that's not always possible. I don't know about y'all, but my high school had over 350 students, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for the amount of space that we had, they actually had to It's kind of like that old play from the 70s or 70s, I think, or 80s, Up the Down Staircase. We had specific sides, just like when you're driving, sides of the hallway that you walked down just to facilitate people getting to and from classes more easily because there were more students than space. And it got to such a point that they had to give us 7 minutes in between classes because you could not physically get to your next class in 5 minutes, just because there were so many of us. But yeah, exactly, yeah, yep, for a few seconds, right? And yeah, a few times, not often, exactly. And Harmonica said, I smoked with Motley Crue in the boys room. Excellent, well done. Yeah, so I mean, don't smoke. It's stupid. Don't smoke if you're underage, but whatever. But yeah, that's a great story from high school. This is for adults, not children, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. But here we are talking about children, and we're talking about a child who was bullied and who is going to face disciplinary consequences at his school before the people who bullied him do. And so again, I ask, where are the fucking grownups in this scenario? Because I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing some weird draconian state law that makes no sense. And I'm seeing a principal who is enforcing it. And I guarantee you that principal doesn't have to do that. It's not like the police are going to show up at the principal's house if the principal doesn't enforce this rule, this law. He could easily look the other way. Come on, it's high school. Yeah, and this is also a very fair point. They call it a call of nature for a reason, y'all. And sometimes when you need to go, you can't wait for everyone else to clear the room. That's true. Yeah, I didn't socialize much. I had either, nevermore. I was a bookworm too, and I was much happier on my own. I had a small, very tight-knit group of friends, and I'm still in touch with some of those folks to this day, and I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I can't. I don't people well. I try. Okay. So Sherry Yandel's son, back to the article, quote, used a boys' restroom at Seigel High School on Monday. The transgender student has special permission to use the male faculty bathroom, but it was locked when he needed to. Oh my God. Okay, so the school was trying to get around the law. They were trying to, but somebody had left the faculty bathroom locked. So he ducked into the boys' room and went to the first stall he saw available. Then he said some boys started chanting transphobic slurs, and then it got louder and louder. They started hitting and kicking at the stall door. So Toby had to use his back to brace it and then put his foot on the toilet to keep the door shut. Oh my God. An assistant principal intervened. Thank goodness for that person. But the boys were not immediately punished. Okay. Yandel said she talked on the phone with that school official. Quote, she stated because of Governor Lee's laws that the other students could sue the school if they didn't like it, that they can sue if okay. Because, we have so much money just flooding the Tennessee public education system. Jesus Christ. This is the definition of this is written into law, institutionalized bigotry, right? Rutherford County Schools with Rutherford County Sheriff's Office shared the following statement with News Channel. Oh my God, they did actually have to bring the sheriff's office in. Okay. Quote, although the school district has not been contacted directly by this parent, an assistant principal at the school has spoken with the student and the student's mother concerning an alleged incident in the bathroom, although there are some variances in the story. Well, duh, there are a bunch of teenage boys. Of course there are. Rutherford County, that's not a diss against teenage boys. I'm just saying you get several witnesses together, there's going to be variations. Rutherford County Schools does have a policy in place that allows students or employees to use private single stall bathrooms if needed and requested. The state of Tennessee also has enacted a new law concerning transgender students and bathroom use, and the school district is required to follow that law. That incredibly evil, bigoted law. Sorry, that was me. Okay, back to the article. However, the school district will investigate any allegations of sexual harassment or discrimination under the federal Title IX Act. Well, that's good, I guess. Fuck. I just. I'm told that my grandmother, whom I'm named after, used to say that the only reason she believed in hell was that there had to be some justice. Governor Lee best hope my grandmother wasn't right. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been a rough week. I'm going to cut this one insanely short. Yeah, that's a good point. Purple, no one talked about it until you were out of high school. Yeah. We did a lot of hiding back then. And these young people amaze me. They absolutely amaze me because they're coming out and they're coming forward and they're saying, no, this is who I am. You know, accept it or not, this is who I am. And they're so brave. At that age, yes, harmonica man, I do want to hug. They yeah, it really does amaze me how strong these young people are. They are so much stronger than I was at that age, so much stronger than most of us. I mean, I got bullied for being overweight and wearing glasses. That's being like a little bit different from a lot of the kids. You get and the problem with these laws is that these kids who bullied this kid, someday they're going to grow up. And some of them are going to remember that. And they're going to feel really shitty about it. They will. If you ever bullied anyone and you changed and grew and became more compassionate as you got older, you remember, and I did it once that I remember vividly. I bullied a girl in elementary school one time, and to this day, I feel shitty about it. And that's the thing is that, but when the law backs them up, when their pastors and preachers and priests back them up on Sundays, when their parents back them up by either in like, just subtly or just full on saying it out loud that it's okay to be mean to trans kids because they're wrong. They're wrong just for being. So I'm amazed at the bravery of out transgender kids, and I am saddened for their peers who are being taught to hate and mistrust them because they're going to have to go through their own journey of coming out of that and realizing that they were bigoted assholes. And just seeing the change that I've seen in the 25 years since I was in high school, when it was a very big deal to like I came out to friends as bisexual, but I didn't come out to my school. I didn't come out, to my parents when I was in high school. I did eventually, but not then. And yeah. Oh gosh. Oh wow. Hang on. All right. So Purple says one of my kids came out as lesbian when she was 15. I went through several incidents with the school with her, both from other students and a couple times from faculty. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the few times I got dragged into the vice principal's office. I'm sorry, one of the 2 times. I was a very good kid. I was a very well behaved kid. One of the 2 times I got dragged into the vice principal's office for anything when I was in high school. It was we could eat lunch outside, and so my group of friends and I, well, it's little goth gamer kids, we would hang out under this cute little tree where there was some shade, and we eat lunch and hang out, and that was our lunch break. And one of my friends, Vicky, hey, don't worry, I'm not saying your whole name, I promise. But love you wherever you are, and I'm sure you're not watching this, but if you are, love you. Um, I was laying on my back on the grass with my head on her knee. She was sitting like crisscross applesauce, right? And my head was on her knee, not on her thigh, not. I mean, it could not. Honestly, Vicky was hot, but it could not have been more innocent. She was dating one of my best friends, a guy. Like it could not have been more innocent. You know, women in our culture, girls in our culture are affectionate with each other, and it's socially acceptable. Whether there's anything sexual going on or not, it is a different kettle of fish entirely. But and this is the other weird thing, me, not her. And I don't know why that was. I got yanked. I think because everyone thought I was going to be a lesbian. I don't know. It's I'm pansexual. I tried. Anyway, but yeah, I got pulled into Mr. Tebby's office. I'm not afraid to say his name. He was a piece of shit. And he just, and I knew what he wanted me to say, right? I mean, it was so obvious. Again, it's like, where are the grownups in the room? But here was this 40-year-old man desperately trying to get me to admit something very personal about myself that was none of his goddamn business, and was nothing that had nothing to do with my relationship with my friend Vicky, because we were just friends. Always were, always have been. That was it. And like I said, it was a completely innocent thing. So I was very offended. And I knew what he wanted me to say. He kept asking me all of these leading questions about what people driving by the school might think if they saw that. And I said, saw what? I'm sorry. I don't understand. I'm Mr. Tebby. I'm so sorry. I don't understand what you're getting at. What do you mean? What do you think they might be embarrassed about? And I did that the entire time, just rhetorical questioned his ass the entire time. Until finally, after about 45 minutes, he got exhausted and let me go back to class. And never got called into his office again. So that was nice. You I went to the, I'm not gonna, I would love to say who, but no, I'll say who. I mean, if it's cool with you, just let me know in the chat. But I went to the principal's office for telling the entire class to shut the fuck up. I love that. I love that. Interestingly enough, people in my high school thought I was straight. My family thinks I'm a lesbian. Oh gosh. I don't even know what to make of that comment, Harmonica Man, but it's hilarious, and thank you for sharing it. And it involves a rubber chicken, and I'll just let you all use your imaginations. Okay. All right. On that note, if there are kids in your life, just remind them that people are different and that that's okay. Hey, Kevin Chaos. Sorry, I didn't say hi when you came in. And also maybe remind them that some people have it a lot harder than they do. And I don't know. Just try and drive them toward compassion. That's That's what I've tried to do with my nieces and nephews, and as hardcore as they are religiously, they are compassionate people, and I like to think that I played a small part in that. I don't know. Too scared to have kids of my own. I don't fucking know. All right, you nutty folks. I'm gonna go. I love you. Fucking love you. Remember, you can't find truth in wine, but you may find it in reason. And love from Memphis, y'all. Sorry this was so short. I'm just real fucking tired. Good night.